HTML elements tell the browser how to display the content. Mainly, these elements tells the browser how to display the content. The file extension for HTML is .html. So the basic program of this HTML, it's a doc type, it's a declaration for HTML. It should be takes place at first. Then HTML, it is a root element for HTML, root tag. Then head title will be, it is optional one. Then body tag should place after this HTML. Inside the body tag, what are the content it has to display there in the output you can give. Here we have given H1. H1 means header. In the page, my first heading, it will be display as a heading. Then paragraph. After that, you can type inside. This is a paragraph tag. You can type some paragraphs there, and it is also display there. Then you have to close the body tag. Every tag you have to close the tag. So end tag is must. HTML, then you have to close the HTML. So this is the sample HTML document. So some basic HTML tags or elements I would like to share. HTML, it is a root element. Then body tag will be there. Then H1 to H6. So header 1, header 2, header 3, it is still H6. H1 is little bigger size. So the sizes are differ. The font sizes differ. If it is H1 means it is very big. Then H2 comparing to H1 it is very less. Like that the last size is H6. So defines HTML headings this tag. Then A href link. A means anchor. Hyperlink. For example, if you want to login page inside, you can give a text here login and you have to end the A tag. When you click this login text, it has to take place. When you set this one anchor, the text will be like a blue color, like underline things. So when you click, it takes you to the login page. So for that, we are using this tag. Then image src path. Image means we can also insert image inside the web page. For that, they are using this tag. So source, where is that image? From where we are taking that image? That path we have to give here. So defines images. Then horizontal break. If you want, when you type a paragraph, no, if you want horizontally break means you can use this tag, but it doesn't have close tag. Then BR, break. It inserts single line break. If you want new line, when you're typing, if you want new line, it has to print in the second line means you can use this tag. This tag also doesn't have close tag. Then P, it's a paragraph tag. When you type paragraph, you can use this. Then pre, defines pre-formatted tags. It is also paragraph, but the difference between P tag and pre tag is, so whatever we type inside the pre tag, how we type the same way it displays there. If you give some space or some lines, first line will be there. After that, 3 breaks. After that, you have typed the second line. So the pre-formatted tag text is how you type in that inside the pre tag. It's same as it displays. Then we know these are formatting tags. Bold, if you want the text should be bold, then give bold tag. Then italic, if you want italic tag, you can have it. Then table. Table tag. If you want table format, we can use the table. Then table inside table row. We want table row. So inside the table, we have to use the table row tag. Then table head. Inside the table row, we will give the table head here in this, take this table. It is the elements. It is a table head. Description, table head. It is in the first row. Table data. These are table data. B tag defines a bold text. These are table data. So when we want to give comments here, you have to use this simple tag less than exclamation mark, then 2 dash, then comments here. You can type your comments here when it's needed, but it will not run. It will not show the output. Just for our understanding, we will give the comments there. For that, we are using this symbol. Then 2 dash we have to give here, then greater than mark you have to give. For example, creating this in our output HTML, we have displayed our output as a table. So we must understand this. I have typed this. Take this table. We want a table, so we starts with table tag, and we want after that table row. So in the first table row, open the tag. Inside the table row, we want table heading elements. So table head elements, then close the table head. Then next table head is description. It is in the same row only. So you cannot take next table row. No need to define close. No need to close that. No need to close that table row here itself. The same row only we want two headings. So give the table head descriptions, then close the table head. Then the first row things over. So next, what do we have to do? So the second row, what is the second row? The second row onwards, there is table data are there. So you have to open the table row, second row. There, what you have to give? Table data. What is the table data is there? So this tag is there. B. So that data you have to give here. Then close the table data. Then next, the description, there is defines bold text. So you can open the table data. Which text do you want inside the data? You have to give here defines bold text. Then close the data. Then that row we have to close. Likewise, you have to create these rows fully. You have to create, and then after creating, you have to close the table tag here. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. Then attributes. So we have seen attributes also inside the tables, inside the tags. So all HTML elements can have attributes. All tags have an own attributes. Attributes provide additional information about elements. Attributes are always specified in the start tag. We cannot give in the end tag the attributes. So it always takes place in the start tag. Attributes usually come in name / value pairs, like it's like a pairs only it comes, that we will write in the attribute name and we will give a value. It comes always like this only. So for examples, P is a paragraph tag, style is attribute. So on the paragraph font size we are increasing, so we are giving a style font size 60 pixels. So this is the attribute. For example, I have given here. So the style attributes are, we can give color, background color, font family, we can change the font name, then font size, then text alignment will be the center or left or right side. How do we have to display it? So we can give those styles inside the tags here when we develop the HTML. So next, Xslt elements and their attributes. So till now we were seeing about that HTML and attributes. Now Xslt elements and their attributes. So when we take Xslt, this Xslt style sheet version 1.0, it has to take place. Before, I would like to share that we will have this XMLNS. XMLNS means it's XML namespace. Yesterday Daniel Henry sir said about namespace. Namespace means which is used to prevent the naming conflicts. For example, if in a classroom there are two people have the same name, means we will identify them by their initials. The same way, yesterday we saw about two examples table. So one is they use the HTML table, the another one is they use the furniture table. So for furniture table, the prefix they used F. For HTML table, now we saw no like that tag they used H prefix. So you have to mention that prefix before itself. Before using, you have to give here as a declaration. So the same way, we are going to transform our XML to HTML formats. For that, here they are giving the namespace here. This is must. This line should be must when we are typing the Xslt document. So XMLNS colon XSL. This is a prefix. Then HTTP. This is a URI. URI means Uniform Resource Identifier, which is identify the internet resource. Then transform, or we can also use this one, Xslt transform version 1.0. We can use this one or this one, transform, Xslt transform or Xslt style sheet. Both are acceptable. I have tested this one. Both are working. Every Xslt code must start with root element, either Xslt style sheet or Xslt transform. So it has the end tag also. We have to close it. This line has to take place at first in the Accessor document. Next, template. Template is nothing but it's a set of rules. An XSL style sheet consists of one or more set of rules that are called templates. These rules are applied inside that program. A template contains rules to apply when a specified node is matched. Node means that elements. So XSL template element is used to build templates. It is used to build a set of rules. There is a match attribute is there. It is used. In the match attribute, we will give this forward slash, which means it defines the whole document. We can also give the node name here. We can give the child name here, or any node name we can also give. But when you give this forward slash, it understands that it takes the whole document. That's only I have given here. It is used to define a template for the entire XML document. Forward slash defines the whole document. So the syntax is XSL template, match attribute we will use, forward slash we can use, our node name we can use. So according to our purpose, we can give this. This is the X path, the path expressions we will give here. Then we have to close the XSL template. Then XSL value of. This is one of the element, XSLT element. XSL value of. This element is used to extract the value of a selector node and it to the output stream of the transformations. So we will use this element to retrieve the value. For example, the first name, if you want to retrieve, we will use the select. In this select, the path, X path, we will give first name. So XSL value of select is an attribute. So from where we are going to extract that, retrieve the value means that path we have to give here. So it is self-closing tag is used here. No need to close the closing tag, no need to use. Self-closing tag also is acceptable. XPath expression works like navigating a file system, forward slash. So we can use the forward slash in the XPath. So select subdirectories. For example, select student. In that example, we have seen student inside the first name. Student is a parent node for this first name. It's a child node. So we can give like this, from where we have to where we are going to retrieve the data. The tree travels like that now. So the match, the template element, we have given the whole document. So it starts from the root node only. So the root node will be class. I will explain the program. Just I am telling here also. Class, after that, child name is student. Student I have given here. I have given in that program student, but here for example I have given student will be there from forward slash first name. So where the first name, we have to give the correct path here. This is X path. Then XSL for each. XSL for each element allows you to do looping in XSLT. So we are not having their single data there. Student, one data alone is there. It's not there. There are lots of records will be there. So we have to retrieve the data there every data. So we are using here looping function. Looping means it executes one by one till that all the data is recovered. It happens continuously. It can be used to select every XML element of a specified node set. So the syntax is XSL for each select. We will give a XPath here. Then it has a closing tag /XSL colon for each. For example, they have given here XSL for each select from where student, or we can give for that example catalog /CD. So we have closed here. Then legal filter operators are used here. Some operators also we will use in the XPath expressions, that is equal, not equal, less than and greater than. So here is XML program I have typed. XML version, standard files it defines, that's why it's giving. And XML style sheet type, already explained this. So these are the XML file. Students.xml we have developed. Students.xsl file. So the first line will be XML version 1.0 encoding UTF-8. This is standard file. This is a declaration. Encoding. What is encoding? So encoding is defined as the process of converting Unicode characters into binary format. The computers only understand zeros and ones, binary format. So this encoding is, it converts like 8 bits. The default is UTF-8. If we didn't give this also, it's executed. It won't show the errors. See here, UTF-8. It is the default one. When we type the program, it takes place here also. So UTF means Unicode Transformation Format, which is used to transform the characters into Unicode characters into bits or zeros and ones. It's converting. Then second line will be XSL style sheet version 1.0 XMLNS XSL. Already I explained there. See, this is a syntax for namespace. So if you are creating any namespace, you have to use this syntax XMLNS colon prefix then URI. So here they have given here. This is here I have used the command C, the less than exclamation, then 2 dash extra you cannot give. So only 2 dash, then you can type your command here, then you can close by giving 2 slash dash and close it. XSL style sheet declaration with XSL namespace. This namespace tells the Xslt processor. Why we are giving this? This tells to the processor, Xslt processor, that you have to, which element is to be processed and which is used for output purpose only. This one used for the output purpose only. Here we are going to transform. So this line is very must. These 2 lines you have to type at first in the Xslt program. Then after this, you have to continue with the XSL template. So XSL template declaration after this, it has to take place. Template tells the Xslt processor about the section of XML document which is to be formatted. It takes an XPath expression. This is XPath expression. In our case, it is matching document root element. All will tell processor to process the entire document with this template. We can also give inside the XPath the root element. The root element is class. We can also give this from class to class. It has to apply the rules. So here we are giving this forward slash, which means which is going to set the rules from the whole document. It's going to. Then next we are going to convert into HTML format. So this HTML is used for only formatting purposes we are using. So processor will not take these things. It will skip only. It is for purpose only, no? So the browser will simply render them. So already explained this. HTML program starts with HTML tag. It's a root tag. Then body tag, it has to take place. Then we want student details as a heading. So here attribute we are using align center because we want this title has to display in the center in the web page. So student details will be there. Then table border, if you want table border you can give. Then align the table also display in the center, so we are giving this. Then table row, first row they are opening. In the first row, PG color background color we are giving for the first row. Then table headings are this one, roll number, first name, last name. So before going to this one, you have to know this, what are the fields are here, root node. According to that only we are how we are going to display that. So roll number is there, first name, last name, nickname, then marks. So we are closing the table, first table row. Xsl for each. Select from where you have to select class, student. So root element and the child element. From there only we are going to retrieve the data. Already said that class is a student number 1, class student number 2, class student number 3. It executes like that for each. So class, then that subdirectories or subchild is for class is a root element, child element is student, / student. From there we have to take. So table row, then table data. In the table data, second row, what do we have to uh, display? First, the roll number. First heading is roll number, no? So in the first, we have to retrieve the data. For retrieving data, what Xslt element we will use? Xsl value of select at roll number. Why here I am giving this at means when you are going to select the XPath, here I am giving here as an attribute. So if you are giving as attribute any data, we have to use the at symbol at roll number. Then self closing tag. Then we close that data. The same way, all the first name, last name, nickname, marks. So what are the tags, elements are there? You have to give those data. So here it travels like this. Here see, class, student, roll number, class, student, first name. Because XSL value of is inside the for each. We didn't close the for each till now. We will close it at last only. You cannot give this XSL value of above this for each. It has to take place after this for each inside only, which is used to retrieve the value alone. This is XSL value of. So you have to give all the data like this. Then close the table row. Then you can close the XSL for each. Then close the table. We can close the table. It executes how many data are there, it executes the same time. Then body tag you have to close, then HTML tag, then template we will close, then XSL style sheet we will close. Now let us see how will be the output. Students is a XML document we have to run. See, we will get the output. Roll number, first name, student details is a heading. So this is table head, roll number, first name, last name, nickname, marks. Everything is displayed. Now, if you want only the third record means you can give here. So save it. I have made changes. So save it and then now execute. It only shows the third record. So if you want a particular record, we have to give that index. They will call us index. That index that we have to give. And if you want, I use that HTML tags. Now, if you want this heading should be italic, you can use this italic tag, HTML tags. After this, you have to close it. You cannot close here. It is inside the H1 tag only. I open this I tag, italic tag. So you have to save it. And we can also give styles attribute Visano style. So we can give the color, we can change the color of this text. So give the color colon, which color, it can be blue or any color you can give. Save. And now execute. Let us see. We can change all the records to show. See, now the student details. So we can give background colors, even table background colors, table data text colors, font size we can increase, all those things we can change it.